Yes, Ibrahim, whose first operation was carried out 2 years ago, came to the ward with his mother and father. He had very complicated clefts which went up into his eyes and through the cheekbone, as well as an unusual cleft of the lip and also a cleft of the palate. Clefts of that sort have the standard problems of any cleft, that is difficulty feeding, in the future difficulty with speech because the palate is cleft. In addition to that, cosmetically they look very much worse, they look very much more abnormal. So what we've done at the first stage, repair at this stage, so realising that we would need to do more surgery, so he had what we call a bilateral cleft and also a cleft palate, something like this. That's what he looked like.
Actually, in the old one, there is a problem of the spaces also, number one. Number two is anesthesia machines and operating lights are not that good ones.
I think the palate operation is fine. I think the lip will look much better and be much more mobile. The eyelid reconstructions are quite difficult. I think the right side will be better than it was before. The left, better, more functional. The problem on the left was that the eye was not closing properly, so there was damage to the cornea, corneal opacity, and so I think now there's better protection of the eye. We saw on the first day a baby with a bilateral double-sided cleft lip and palate, and he came with his grandfather, a farmer from somewhere in the Sundarbans or close to the Sundarbans in the south, in the Bay of Bengal.
আমার বয়স হলো 60, আমার নাম হলো সঞ্চালক।
1.5 years old.
এই না আইছি তো আমরা ধরেন ওই আমরা তো আসলাম এই কমলা কাম আছে এই বাতিতে এই জন্য আমি খবর নিয়ে
এই নাকে দুই পাশে কাটা ছিল, তারপরে তালু কাটা ছিল। করতাম সবসময় যেন আমার ছেলেটা কবে মানুষ করতে পারবো, এরকম ভালো করতে পারবো। বুকের দুধ খাওয়ানো যেত না, তারপরে আগলা দুধ যদি খাওয়াইতাম তারপরেও খেতে পারতো না, সুবিধা মতন খেতেই পারতো না।
Now we have a separate cleft theatre here in the 4th floor, so we can do the surgery within 2 or 3 days after the patient getting admitted into the hospital. And also we have 2 operation table in the operation theatre, so we can do 2 surgery at a time.
We repaired Mahim, the grandson, first on the list, and then Dr. Masum repaired grandfather Shamsul in the afternoon under local anaesthetic with him still awake.
At this moment we have no second anesthetic machine, but if we have, then we will do more and more surgery and more help for the patients.
As most of the cleft surgery is currently funded and supported by NGOs in non-government hospitals, in private hospitals, the country has become very dependent on that form of treatment.
Western doctors, we always encourage to come and to operate, particularly senior most one who can teach our plastic surgeons and our residents.
If 1 or 2 of the major NGOs collapse, there will be very little left behind because this surgery is not being done in training centres. They are not very involved in the ongoing care of the patients, in managing their speech, in managing their teeth, orthodontics, hearing. So there are many gaps in the system.
I feel more comfortable that there will be some day will come by this process our own doctors will be trained. We don't have to depend on somebody come from UK or Australia or somewhere. Our people, our doctors developing, and they will be in one day training of the trainer.
সৌন্দর্যের কোনো অসুবিধা হইতো? সৌন্দর্য যে কেউ পছন্দ করে না আপনার এটা চলে এরকম ছিল?
কেউ দেখলে আসতো আয় হইতে কেমন দেখা যায় এগুলি করতো ফলোই না দেখতো আর ফোলা ঘুরা হয়নি তাই না এই ওই সাইডও ধরেন আমার দেশের লোক আইতো হাওয়াই রং হইতো এটা কাড়া ওরম তোর কাড়া এগুলি করতো
আমাদের খুবই খারাপ ছিল, মনটা খুবই খারাপ ছিল এবং কি আমি দেখা মানে পুরো ফিটে করে গেছিলাম বাচ্চা দেখা যে আমি যে এরকম চিকিৎসা পাবো এরকম আমি ভাবতেই পারিনি।
So we did an initial operation which we call an extended lip adhesion, where we joined the lip together and partially repaired the front of the hard palate. The next year we did a more radical repair of his lip and some more surgery on his eyelids and repair of his cleft palate. They can often develop problems with the eyes because the eyelids are open. The eye becomes exposed and dries out, and you can get opacities of the cornea and blindness. So he's had two operations. But I turned a flap from his upper eyelid into the lower eyelid. I want to release the upper eyelid so that his eye opens better, and see if we can improve that notching of the eyelid reconstruction.
যে যখন এই যে অপারেশনের রুমে নিয়ে যেতাম যে এখন তো মনে করেন যে মানে বাচ্চাটা নিয়ে যাওয়া খারাপ লাগছিল যে একটা বাচ্চা 7 বছর করে পাইলাম, ঠিক আছে, তখন আবার নিয়ে দিতে আসি অপারেশনের জন্য আল্লাহ পাক জানে কিন্তু কী হয় না হয়। আব্বু না এই খুলে দিব
আচ্ছা এই যে বেলুনগুলো তো ফুল দাও আপনি ধরেন এই যে বেলুন খুলে দিব তোমাকে এটা
Our operation theatre is not that of international standard levels, yeah. So that we need a good operating lights, good operating tables, good anesthesia machines with all monitoring facilities.
So the monitor is not too bad, but it doesn't have the right size bits for them to monitor a baby. So we just need to find them a monitor that can actually be used to monitor smaller patients. You know, in the West, we've made anesthesia so safe that complications happen very rarely nowadays. So, you know, one of my roles here is just to see what we can do to improve the safety here so they have fewer complications. The other need that they've identified is maybe for a new anesthetic machine, because the machine that they have at the moment is a machine that we would probably have been using about 40 or 50 years ago in the UK.
The anesthetic machine here is an old, very basic machine. It uses a gas halothane, which is not used very much in the West now. If the carbon dioxide level in the blood rises, halothane can induce arrhythmias of the heart. That's one problem, specific problem to halothane. And the other problem is that it is slow to clear. So they take time to wake up. Most cases of cleft lip and palate are not familial. but there are certain chromosomal abnormalities which are particularly associated with clefts. In that family, I don't think there were any particular known factors, but we don't yet understand the genetic basis of every cleft patient by any means. But we're working on it. We're doing some research, genetic research.
Plastic surgery is a sophisticated subject where the cleft lip and cleft palate care is another sophisticated issue. And in these cases, we have to use very fine suture material. When the patients come here, we can give them this kind of suture material from our hospital source. So they sometimes have to purchase this from outside, which is very costly one.
And I don't think Brian or I realised how much it was actually costing these people, many of whom have very little money.
Now we have been planned that we have to provide everything from government resources as well as taking help from the charity.
আগে সবাই মিনিমাম 70% নিত বাইরে থেকে, এখন তো সাপ্লাই হওয়ার কারণে 50% 40% বাইরে থেকে নিত।
CLEFT charity now provide all suture materials from outside, and will purchase the medicines for the CLEFT patients. So from now onwards, the CLEFT patient will get total 100% free of cost treatment from this center.
অনেক মানে বলার মতো না, ওরা দেখলে মনে করেন পুরো আমাদের দেশ বাড়িতে মানে কিছু কিছু লোক আছে মানে ওর দেখতে বিহেভ করে খারাপ লাগতো খুবই, মানে দেখতে পারতো না, ভয় পাইতো। তখন তো খুব খুশি, বলার মতো না খুশি আমরা, মানে বলার মতো না, এত খুশি হয়েছি যে এরকমভাবে সুন্দরভাবে ভাবিনি, আমি জীবনে ভাবিনি। আমার বাবা মা মানে
সারা খেলাধুলা করতে বেশি পছন্দ করে, আবার এমনি পড়ে এমন জিজ্ঞেস করলে বলবো এটার তো কি জানে। জি, দুষ্টামি করে, অনেক দুষ্টামি করে। ওর স্বাস্থ্য বাইরে অনেক মারে, আবার গিয়ে আদর করবো। ওর বাইরে মারলে ওর ছোটো ভাই যদি মারে স্বাস্থ্য বাইরে, ওর আবার মাইয়া দিয়ে দেবো, গিয়ে ভাইয়া থাকবো তুমি ভালো, ওর মাইরা দিব বলবো। আবার খেলাধুলো মানে অনেক পছন্দ করে, পড়াইলো ছাড়
If you compare what he was like 2 years ago, when he could never have lived anything like a normal life, he would not have gone to school, he would never have worked, he would never have got married. Now I think he can be a normal little boy. He can function as a normal little boy with normal speech, and he should be able to go to school and to be employed in the future. So for patients like Ibrahim, this sort of surgery and care is completely life-changing.